How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Brooks Running reminds us that we're all powered by something. Whether it's the me-time energy of a run after a day at the office, the electrifying energy of your first marathon, or the infectious energy of a group run with your friends. No matter what energy powers you, Brooks has gear specifically designed to unleash it. So lace up and let it out. Let's run there. Visit brooksrunning.com today to learn more.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar, zero patience for slow walkers, those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night, have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Tony Ruggiero here on the Tour Coach. Thanks for joining in and thanks for following along. It is my mission to bring you some of the best instructors, the players, mental coaches, fitness experts, everything you need to play better golf, all of the people I find fascinating that can give you information to help you in your pursuit as a teacher or as a player. It's all here on DewsweeperTV or wherever it is you get your podcast. Thanks for watching the Tour Coach podcast, and hopefully this helps you teach better, play better, and enjoy the game. All right, here we go. Another Tour Coach. Nick Dimengo in the hizzy. We're drinking a little wine. We got a little 19 Crimes.
Saints are on the clock.
Saints are on the clock. If Snoop Dogg wants to sponsor us, we're here.
The pick is in.
The pick is in. Anyways, we did another podcast while you were here, and I thought it'd be great. I love the stuff you're doing on Rainmakers. I love the fact that it's geared towards the mid-handicap golfer. Little known fact, when I started Dew Sweepers back as a radio show 20 years ago, we were started local and then we first went on PGA Tour Radio. My whole thing and my whole desire of the whole show, and I said it in one of the first shows, was to give golfers everywhere around the country of whatever skill level, but especially your 10 to 20 handicappers, access to the best instructors that they couldn't necessarily find if they lived in Dubuque.
Yeah.
Right? And that was my whole deal. And that took that show to where, like, you've been with me. I still have people go, "Oh, you're the Dew Sweeper. You were the guy on radio," right? Like, people still. So I think that's cool what you're doing. And I think it's got legs. I think that's why it'll be successful. And so we, in honor of Rainmakers here, we were going to come up with, what did I say?
10 most important tips every amateur golfer should know.
10 most important things every amateur golfer ought to know. We're going to start it off.
Yeah.
Who's going to come up with the first one? Will? Who'd the Saints pick?
I'm still waiting. The pick is in.
The pick is in. It's been
Any
in.
chances, Shador? No.
No chance.
No chance. All right. So,
I mean, number one, I'll start number one.
You start us off.
I'll throw it out there. These aren't in any order. It's not 10 to 1, right? So I would say your distances. You gotta know your distances.
That's good.
I mean, your carry distance. If you think that you hit a 7-iron 165, but all day you haven't hit it 165, you hit it 152, and you can't carry a fucking pond because it's 158 yards away, you're going to the water. You need to know your distances.
I think that's good. And I think that's something that people could do. What about you, Will?
I mean, this sounds super cliche, but one thing that
I mean, do we even see you? I don't even know if you're in the screen.
I mean, one thing that I've been doing for a couple of years, not that it's the right or wrong thing to do, but I mean, on every single shot, I ask myself before I hit it, what's the easiest way to hit this shot? Like short game.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Short game off the tee. Like, what is the easiest shot that I can hit?
Note to Clint, make a social out of that. That's a good one.
What is the easiest shot that I can hit to help me get through the hole in the least amount of shots, the most efficient way possible? And I think, especially in short game, like when you get a super difficult shot, like sometimes it's making a bogey. Like, what is the easiest way to get out of this hole? Because college golf, pro golf, high school golf, any sort of tournament golf, it's a long day, brutal mental day out there. So whatever we can do over the course of 36, 54, 72 holes to make it as easy as possible on ourselves, I think will help us at the end of a tournament or at the end of a semester or at the end of a year. I think it'll just shave strokes off.
I think that was good.
That's a good one.
I think I'm going to go back to my radio days. Guy used to be in Golf Digest all the time. Peter Sanders was one of the first big stats guys.
Mm-hmm.
And he had shotbyshot.com. I used Shot by Shot up until he recently sold it to, I forget who now, but and he was a frequent contributor, frequent guest. And Peter was awesome. But one of the things I learned from him was eliminating errors.
Yeah.
And what he meant by an error was if you've hit 2 shots on a par 4 and you're in front of the green, you pitch it or chip it on the green, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you hit it into the rough or the trees, you get it back into play, right? Those types of situations. And I would tell one of the 10 most important things is don't compound mistakes with other mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think you talked about there a second ago, what's the easiest shot? And I see golfers that hit and this is all skill levels. I shockingly see a surprisingly number of really good mid-amateurs that are they come to me and they're saying, I'm trying to qualify for mid-am. It's a big deal now, right?
Yeah.
So, and they hit 2 shots on a 480-yard par 4, and they've hit 2 pretty shots, but they're here. And they try to hit a shot that they could miss the green with if they don't hit it perfect.
Shoot, pros do it all the time too. I mean, it's
I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping one of them hires me.
Yeah, exactly, right.
But I would say this
all the time.
But I would say this.
Yeah.
But you're not you're not a.
But I would say this though: the tour player
golfer, right?
and
like
the best players, the tour players and the best players know when to take on those odds, right? Like I really do believe they like. And I tell my high school and my college players, young development players, like, okay, well, there's a huge difference. We told James Gow this. There's a huge difference between it being the 18th hole and you have to get up and down to be in a playoff versus it being the 5th hole of the first round.
Yep.
They're different situations, right?
Yeah.
Right? 5th hole, first round, make bogey, it's not that big a deal. Make double or triple, it's a round killer.
Yeah.
Right? 18th hole, you don't get up and down, you're in a playoff, you take it, 6 doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you have to be situational, but I think pros more often than that, especially the best players in the world, play that way. Obviously they're situational, but I think they know when to take their medicine. So that's mine. What's yours? Next one.
I would say realistic expectations. For example, I'm on the golf course filming a lot. My buddy's like, dude, you got to be just like loving it. You're playing golf all the time. I'm like, I'm not playing golf. I'm
By the way,
filming
who the Saints
golf.
take?
defensive tackle from the Texas Longhorns.
Getting a lot of
that's a good pick.
Yeah,
Texas
we're getting a lot of text people. They
from-
think maybe Arch is coming there next
Good
year.
program.
I said it here first.
I I haven't played a full round. It hadn't been since November, I think, like a real round, no filming, not thinking about content or anything. And I went out to Chambers with 3 of my buddies a couple weeks ago. And I like jokingly, but sort of seriously said, like, I could shoot 105 today. Like, Chambers can eat you up like that in a hurry, right? You get in one of those bunkers, and all of a sudden a 4 becomes a 6 or a 7 real fast. And I think my expectation was so low of myself. Like, dude, just try to break 100 today because you haven't played. And these greens and all that stuff, didn't get a lot of practice on putting. Shot an 85. That's like one of the best scores I've probably had in 3 years, right? So having the expectation of like, I'm not going to go out there and think I'm going to go shoot 80. Today's going to be the day I'm going to break 80. And then all of a sudden you start counting strokes backwards when you start triple double. And you're like, dude, great. Now I'm frustrated. The game's not fun. The round's not fun. So I think for a lot of average players like myself, don't go out there and think just because yesterday you shot 86 that today you're like, oh, today I'm going to go 82. Like, I can feel it. Because then you get down on yourself and then you start doing what you guys are saying, pressing. I can hit this shot. I hit it yesterday. It's a different day. Your body's different. Course is different. Conditions are different. So I would, a lot of my friends, today's the day I'm going to break 100, break a 90. It's like, bro, just have fun. That expectation level, you get in your own head real easy.
Next one.
I think it's short game.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you look at a professional player, I think they're spending well over 50% of their time chipping, putting, wedges. I don't think anyone can ever be too good from inside of 100 yards. I mean, I know that's an obvious answer, but I mean, as a pro and as other pros I've seen, like that's what they do. They work on inside of 100 yards religiously, whether it be long wedges from 100 yards or short chips or everything. I mean, that's where the money's made. And I think that's where all the time needs to be spent. I'll have days where I won't even hit the range. I'll just go to the chipping green and putting green and hit wedges inside of 100. I mean, I think it really is the most important part of the game.
I mean, going along with what you said with expectations and goes along with a lesson from guys I teach that are playing well. They've been working on the same 2 or 3 things for 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think also understand that while you're working on something doesn't mean you can't play well, but that the ultimate goal of getting wherever it is you're trying to get to as a golfer and working on something like takes time.
Well, Colby said a great line today that I like have now just tattooed on my brain. He says, success comes from boring. And that's what you're saying. Repetition. It's the shit that you're like, I don't want to do this. It keeps showing up and grinding on it and working on it, and you're going to get success, right?
Yeah,
so,
and I think that like if you're going to like, but if you're going to work on something in your golf swing, you're going to have to work on that for a few years. We had, and not I always bring him up just because he's my idol, but like Butch came on our podcast one time with Parsons, and we did this golf coach film. And he talked about like Tiger worked on a swing change for like 2 years. And he goes, he's the best player. And Butch said this like, he's the best player on the planet. And he hits balls in practices all day, every day. And he's a great athlete. You're an accountant. You hit balls once a week and you think it's going to take a month, right? Like that was the gist of it. Right. But like, and that goes to what you're saying about expectations. But I think that it's really important if you're trying to get better to understand you have to stick with the same thing. Yeah. And most of the people, when you hear them win, like those are the people we pay attention to, they'll tell you that they didn't go do something new. They kept working on what they were working on, right? Look at Rory. Rory he didn't try to do anything different. He, It was just how he approached it and so forth. So I think that's a good lesson.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Becoming the most valuable sports franchise in the world doesn't happen without risk. A man who's willing to bet it all, and the players ready to make their own luck. America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, is the story of the 1990s Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones's impact on NFL history. Featuring interviews with iconic 90s players and more. Watch America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, August 19th, only on Netflix.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Got some good news for your ears. More of that good stuff is coming up. And even better news for your hair. The best hair care is at Sephora. They've got all kinds of products for every kind of hair. From brands like Amika, Kerastase, Day, and K18. You knew where to get great audio. Now, you know where to get great hair care too. Sephora, good news for great hair. Shop hair care now at Sephora.com.
So that's 6. Back to you.
I'm going to just go with an easy, this is probably for more beginners, but I would say like understand sort of like, I don't want to say like the rules, but maybe like the etiquette of like the driving range especially. You know, it's like, all right, we chunk it. I mean, I'm guilty of doing it a lot. You chunk it, put your ball behind it, like try and create that long strip so you're not just like digging.
I think etiquette's good. I think I think as a new player, if you just learn etiquette rules,
so important, right?
And just like nobody cares how bad you are.
Yeah.
They care how slow you are.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one too.
I've played with plenty of people that I love to play with that shoot 100, drink beer, have fun. They play fast as hell. I'd rather play with them any day than there's some people that I've played with that could shoot in their 60s, but are slow and miserable.
Well, and I think it like on the range is one thing, but what you're saying too, and that goes back to etiquette, is like if you're a bad golfer and you know you can't chip, you can't use a wedge, but you're 10 feet off the green, just putt it. Like that's going to speed everything up. It's going to keep.
I mean, I think you need to do whatever you think you need to do to play your best.
Yeah,
but I think you got to keep.
But I'm saying if like you can't hit that shot, and it's going to add more strokes and like hold everybody up. Like it's probably easiest to just keep the ball on the ground, get through the hole, and know when to pick up if you need to. Know basic. Well, I used to play with a buddy a lot. You know, we just haven't had time now, but like he wants to break 90.
Yeah.
And he's saying he wants to break 90.
When he's going to do
him in the bunker. Yeah, he's a good athlete. He used to play soccer. You would actually love working with him. But like as he's saying he wants to break 90, I'm sitting there as he's hitting a bunker shot and he's grounding the club. And I'm like, I mean, dude, you want to break 90, but like you don't even know that right there is a penalty. Every single time you're in a bunker, that's 2 strokes, right? Like, so it's stuff like that where I let him get away with it until I actually said something like, just so you know. But if he's playing with like one of you guys, he doesn't know us. We're playing in a foursome, 2 buddies and 2 buddies. Someone might call him out, and it's like just know the etiquette. Just know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm good with that. What about you? Next one.
Yeah, I think
you're 8.
I think a lot of times with golf and practice and stuff, less can be more. Like for me, I personally don't like hitting range balls. I think it's a lot for me to go out there and hit 100 golf balls. So for me, a lot of it's counting out and having a purpose for every golf shot. I mean, you can have a great practice in an hour and a half, practicing every part of your game just by focusing in on every golf ball. I mean, instead of going out there and rapid firing, just having a specific plan for each shot that you're going to hit for an hour and a half. I mean, that's more like the golf course than going out there and firing off 7-irons at a green flag out on the range.
I've got a good one. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, shit, he's getting up for this.
Every golfer listening to us. Now, we saw this today. You saw it.
Should play Strixon.
Should play Strixon.
Totally.
Noel and everybody appreciates that. But ought to do one-legged pivot drills at home.
Oh, those were so good.
Like this. You can put your leg in the air and you turn. You do it this way. And then you do it this one's hard. It's much tighter and less stable. Right? But ought to do one-legged pivot drills each way at home. It'll develop your ability to turn into and unwind into each leg. You did 5 or 10 of those a night. How about that one? Me pulling that one up. You didn't expect that, did you? When I stood up, you didn't know where I was going.
I didn't. I was like, what's he about to do?
All right. Wrap us up. 10.
10 besides following the Dew Sweeper and Rainmakers on Instagram for your,
that would be
obvious one. I would get, whether it's in person or online, not like on Instagram.
A pure one.
Get a pure one. Definitely help with your ball striking. I'll give it a shout out. Get a training aid you like. No, I would find yourself somebody you trust and stick with that person.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have talked a lot about this when I was at my previous employer. I think the last time I was here, you said, Nick, just like between you and I, like buddies, you're not going to break 80 until you lock in on like one teacher.
Yeah.
Because I was getting lessons from everybody and I'm too nice to be like, that's shit's not going to work for me. So I'm sitting there at 50,000 swing thoughts because it's like, well, Will told me to do this and Tony told me to do this and this guy told me this and this.
You got to pick somebody.
You got to pick somebody and say, this is the guy that I trust and I'm not just getting random shit, because then you're going to do, we talked about on the range when I was hitting balls, asking you like, what am I doing wrong? And I sort of mentioned the same thing, like, well, I'm doing this and this and this. And you're just like, you just got to be an athlete, trust it, and go with it. And your swing is going to be different than my swing. When you said about flaring your left foot out, I tried and I couldn't hit it. It's like, that's not the right tip for you. So stick to the guy who knows your body type, which you guys do so well.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Nick, thanks for the trip down. We have good stuff coming out. Check out Rainmakers, 100% for sure. Obviously, you're watching DewsweeperTV, so you're well educated. Will?
I'll be here all year.
You're going to be, Will? Big year ahead for Will McFadden.
Hell
Give him a follow on social media. He's private, but he'll probably accept it. And we're going to follow him all the way to the tour. We'll be back next week with another tour coach.